My son-in-law, Sizwe Mphofu Walsh, told me a few days ago that he started rereading Nelson Mandela's biography, Long Walk to Freedom. But this motivated the idea to produce this video. Therefore, this leads me to the important question: do a post-apartheid younger generation fully connect politically with Mandela and the liberation struggle? But for their own good, they should. But do they? Maybe not if one were to do a survey as to how many of those born in a post-apartheid society have read Mandela's book, Long Walk to Freedom. Probably few would be my guess. But maybe I'm wrong in my conclusion, not surveyed. I have read Mandela's biography several times. Therefore, every time I reread Long Walk to Freedom, his leadership elevates me.
I am the product of Africa and her long cherished dream of a rebirth that can now be realized so that all of her children may play in the sun. The long walk continues. Ndlela ntle, mooi loop, tsela tshweu.
But it also increases my discontent as to why the African National Congress is falling apart. Or to use a nicer word, it is disintegrating. But South Africa today stands in need of leaders like Nelson Mandela, Oliver Tambo, Walter Sisulu, Chief Albert Luthuli, Robert Sobukwe, Steve Biko, Lillian Ngoyi, Albertina Sisulu, Winnie Mandela, Ahmad Kathrada, Thabo Mbeki, and so many other stalwarts. They contributed so much to the freedom that we enjoy in a post-apartheid and post-colonial country, because it is only that quality of leadership and leaders that could rebuild a broken organization like the ANC and South Africa. But Mandela believed that combating corruption and advancing social justice were essential to making democracy work for all.
I have fought very firmly against white domination. I have fought very firmly against black domination. I cherish the ideal of a new South Africa where all South Africans are equal.
Comrade Nelson Mandela was a visionary leader because he saw that the organization that he loved so much was showing signs of weakening. In some of his reflections, he referred to this. In a speech delivered at the South African Congress of Trade Unions, COSATU, in September 1994, this is what Comrade Nelson Mandela said: "Power corrupts. Anybody is corrupted by power, can be corrupted by power, and a society should have the means of ensuring that power will not corrupt those you have put in power." And one of the ways of ensuring that does not happen is for you to be critical, to be alert, to be vigilant. But Madiba's key political message to us is that we must hold accountable those you have put in power. Therefore, it will be Mandela and the other liberation stalwarts' biggest nightmare when a politically alienated African younger political class and generation turn to its former oppressors for political leadership. Because a post-apartheid younger African generation could feel alienated from the African National Congress, but could be politically attracted to the Democratic Alliance as a political party. Whose founding roots are deeply rooted in colonialism and apartheid, because this may well be the case as the ANC shows signs of political fatigue, disunity, lack of purpose and national cohesion, poor leadership and governance. But what would one expect from a post-apartheid younger generation who have not read Nelson Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom? Because political illiteracy of South Africa's liberation struggle heroes and not identifying with their vision, struggle and worldview is a perfect recipe for the emergence and growth of neo-colonialism.
Purchase your tracks today.
But also for subjecting themselves to imperialism and neo-colonialism in a post-apartheid society and country. It's going to be a long walk to freedom, as Nelson Mandela himself foresaw. Because this is more so as younger South Africans search for a liberated political base they can call their political home.
Purchase your tracks today.